All right, so I just came out of a meeting today with a couple, very interesting couple. They're approaching retirement. They're concerned about some of the issues that people tell them about when they're in retirement. Some of their friends are already retired, and so people always are concerned about what is really going to happen as they go through retirement, and what are some of the myths that are out there. So I've kind of narrowed it down to 3 different myths that people have when they're approaching or living in retirement. The first one is never say never. The reason why I say that is never say never when it comes to you're going to retire. Never say never that your life will always be busy, you'll always be working or making income or active and so forth. You never know what could come down in the future, and so I can tell you everybody is going to retire. And what I mean by that is you're going to be living off your savings, because at some point, either you're choosing to retire or retirement will be chosen upon you. And that could be because of multiple reasons. Burnout of a job, or health issues, or family obligations, or what have you. It might push you down into that forcing to be retired. Many Canadians are forced to retirement because of the company that they work for. They're being pushed out, and it's a challenge. So never say never is the first part. The second one I would say is the golden years are not so golden. People talk about the golden years and how great everything will be in retirement. You can choose to do whatever you want, sleep in as late as you want, wake up whenever you want. You have the freedom of time. They're not always golden. As you age, people around you are aging. Your parents are aging. You've got your children are growing up and they're having kids. And so what you thought about retirement being golden and freedom, it's not always freedom. You have a lot of responsibilities still in retirement, and sometimes responsibilities are thrown on you. I have many people that I know who are in retirement living off their savings, but taking care of their elderly parents, or taking care of their grandchildren, or have other obligations that now they're faced with that wasn't what they originally had in mind when it came to retirement. And sometimes things are not as cracked up as you think they will be, and that's a big myth. The last one I would say is retirement is not always the date that you choose. At times retirement will be chosen upon you, and when it comes to those types of situations, when retirement is chosen upon you, you don't always get to pick the date. So the myth really is you don't always get to pick the date that you want to retire. And so when you have those kind of concerns, issues, or problems down the road, don't always assume that you're going to have freedom 55, or I'm going to retire when I'm 65 years of age, and it doesn't always happen that way. And so when you're planning or you're thinking about retirement, sometimes planning for things that may not happen but could, and that would derail your initial vision, it's always a good idea.